Good morning, and this is what our typical show would start like. Let's see. I'm going to keep the master volume at U, so zero that out, and then this is me talking at you. I feel like everything is up and running as it would be. And what I really want to know is if I have that kind of whistle sound. So now let's go to the slides PC, which is input 4. I'm going to cut to that and let's hear it. And I'm going to stay on as well.
As neoclassical pioneers like Yngwie. There are some pretty specific ways that music was put together in Bach's time. Baroque composers followed the rules, direction musical voices move, and how they all relate to each other. I don't think Cliff absorbed these counterpoint rules from Baroque. For example,
you know, all those expensive protein powders, they're supposed to be so great at building muscle. But if they're your go-to source of protein, you're going to be a little disappointed. And that's because the protein powders have an AAU on average of just
20, 40. And what I really want to know is, are we getting that phantom whistle sound? So let's go back to let's go through all of these. Okay. I'm really curious if we're hearing it there. So I am going to turn the master volume all the way down on this. Going. That's with the master volume on the mixer all the way down. All right, now let's experiment. I'm going to have 3 sources going.
We've got a really pretty scale run connecting these 2 simple arpeggio sections, starting with the arpeggios.
Okay.
And then
I'm hearing that whistle sound.
Really pretty scale run leading back into the arpeggios. I love that part. And
Source
also in that phrase, you can hear some of that Bach-flavored ornamentation.
Let's look at
The way he wiggles around on that high note. You can hear stuff like that all over in Bach's music and other Baroque composers, like in Bach's Piano Invention No. 1 in C major. So the takeaway here is you can get some of the coolness of Bach without learning all of the theory by doing what Cliff did. Just listen to a bunch of Baroque and try to internalize that sense of melody.
Still there. Gonna mute YouTube. Still there. Zeroed the volume. Still there. Okay, it's more when I bring this up. It's going to play the video. So the video is playing, but everything's muted, and I still hear it. Let's see if it has anything to do with this source. I would like to see just plain old black and see what. Okay, so that's where the video's PC is completely black. Well, that's somewhat better. So maybe it's the noise from the PCs. That's minimized. I'm going to come back to this. Oh yeah, there, it's really bad there when we're looking at this PC. All right, let's see what we can do. We're going to get slides. We're going to look at this black slide. Okay, so there's a black slide from the video's PC. And I think something I'm discovering is that regardless of the other sources, the video's PC is causing that kind of that ticking sound, which even now, okay, there I brought the PC sound all the way down. They're on black and the PC sound is all the way down. There is with source, well, it says source 3, but it's actually source 4. There we go. That's with source 4. Playing the slide. Here's with source 3 playing the slide. The PC volume is all the way down. So it could be the PC is actually like generating all of that noise. So I am going to unplug the sound from source 4, which is PC2. Let's see if I can get back there enough to unplug that sound. Gonna pass in front of the thing. Hope I don't get feedback. All right. And all right, so what I'm gonna try here is first, I wonder if I'm hearing the whistle. Next, I'm gonna unplug the PC sound. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so PC sound is unplugged. And I'm going to plug it back in. 3, 2, 1. And now the PC sound is plugged in to source 4. Next, I'm going to try moving PC source 4, PC2 to PC1. Okay, so now it's unplugged again. And we're going to take this and see if we can get it into, well, of course, I have a mono. What are you? Okay. I have mono cable, which may be part of the problem. And now what we have is the sound plugged into source 3 PC1. I'm going to try something else and literally like turn off the whole soundboard. So the soundboard's going to go black for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, there we go. Hey, that came up fast. I just now plugged that soundboard back in. So that was with the soundboard gone and the sound plugged into PC2. External speakers. Okay. So it asked which device I turned in. So let's bring up a YouTube video. I'm going to change source so we can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring up a YouTube video on this source and see what it sounds like. Because it could be source 4, just the way it is. All right. So here is source 4 playing some video. I'm going to get things to match. I'm going to move this to 75, 72. And make sure that we have decent volume here. Okay. Good. Maximize. There's source 4. Now we should be hearing.
I'm going to give you an easy way to get started with understanding your fretboard so that you can handle situations like this and more. Let's do it.
Okay, it could be this channel itself, or it could be something with just the output of PCs. So let's try changing the channel. We're going to take PC out of source 2 and move it to source 4 on the sound mixer. All right, so getting behind. I hear that whistle pretty bad, but I've also learned that that may not be the cause. I'm going to change the input from 2 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6. All right, so there's a PC going into source 2, and I'm going to move it to source 6. All right. Ooh, unplugged. Man, that was a lot of noise on that. All right, I don't know what's going into 6 right now, but I'm going to unplug it. Now, the PC is back in to the mix, and now it's in source 6. And we're going to see what we get there. All right. So currently the volume is all the way down on source 6, and I'm going to bring it up and see what happens. All right, so 6. I just brought 6 up. Oh, I'm getting some feedback from myself. I brought 6 up, and actually sounds decent. But let's see what happens when we play video through it.
When you're trying to learn your fretboard, a bass teacher will usually show you a chart that looks like this. And then your brain explodes and you die.
Okay. All right. So
instead of hitting you with all that at once, let's skip the theory that you don't need right now and focus on the notes that really matter, the money notes.
But look at...
In this lesson, we're focusing on the first 4 frets only. And they're called the money notes because that's what we bass players really get paid to play.
Source 4. Think for a second. 5.
I'm not making any money right now.
3.
Yes, learning the rest of the neck matters too, but you can play most bass lines in this area.
4,
and knowing these notes means you'll be able to survive at jam sessions with people calling out chords at you. And we're actually going to do that together later, but first we're going to go through 4 steps to get you